little afraid, right? Peter, and then he sank. And a lot of us are like, come on, Peter. All you had to do was keep your eyes on Jesus. Yeah, let me ask you, if you were in that situation, you probably would have done the same. But I've always wanted, and this is just me, because when I read the Bible, I think weird. I've always wanted to see if he could do it again. Man, Peter, if I could just see you do it again, that would be awesome. Because you know what? What I want you to understand is, like, sometimes faith is the ability to hope in the promise when you don't see the proof. And as he began to sit there and he began to walk, I wonder what he was thinking. I wonder what was going through his head. And I wonder what he felt like afterwards, because there was only 13 guys hanging out with him. And sometimes the process doesn't seem clear when you're in it. But guess what? I was like, God, I wish I could see him do it again. And you know what God shared with me? He goes, you did. I said, no, I didn't. He didn't walk on the water for a second time. He goes, no, I understand that. But what he did is on the day of Pentecost, when in front of a lot of people, in front of people that despised Christians, he stood up. And he stood up in front of all these people. And 3,000 people came to know Jesus as their Lord and Savior that day. So this is what I'm trying to tell you. All that to say this. The stepping out of the boat was preparing him for future events. Woo! You may not see the results right now, but can I tell you, the process may not be so clear. It may not be so obvious, but can I tell you, every step you step out in faith in the middle, God is preparing roots down deep. Because there's going to be a great calling one day that you're going to do. You will stand in front of people, and because what you did back there will help you today. Because there's sometimes that doesn't feel like there's faith. And come on up, team. Because I want to share with you something called practice makes perfect. I don't know if you've ever been on a sports team, but practice is important because we all know that repetition builds confidence. Am I right? And I want to ask you, do you think that repetition of you stepping out in faith all the time, when you don't feel the proof, and you don't feel like there's anything, I wonder what that will do for you. I'm talking about having faith in the middle. You see, what I notice the most is, have you ever noticed when your children are walking, you don't get mad at them when they fall? When my kids were walking, my son Elijah was the worst. He really was. He waited till like 14 months old to start walking. I'm being honest. His head was so big, he couldn't keep it up. It was adorable. It really was. Go on my Facebook, you'll see old pictures, and you'll be like, it was big. I said it to him all the time. He won't get hurt. Maybe he will. I don't know. But we don't get frustrated with kids because we see that they're trying. But how many times do we get frustrated with ourselves when we see that we're failing? You see, the cool thing is this. When I remember I got Elijah up and I put 2 fingers and he's like trying to stand, I walked on the other side. I said, come on, man. When he took that one step and fell, I was like, woo! I didn't go, come on, it's only 10 steps more. No, I saw the willingness in his heart to take one step. Guess what it did after the one step? He took 2. After 2, he may have took 4. After 4, he took 10. And he kept trying. I wonder what God feels like when you decide today, man, I may not be the best, but I'm going to take that one step today. You may fall, but guess what? Guess what? The process may not be too obvious in you, and you may feel like you're failing, but guess what? You're putting roots down, and maybe you'll take another step, and God's like, man, he took 2. He took 2. Oh my gosh, he took 3. He took 10. My gosh. but the problem I have is I feel like we don't have a do it again spirit. If there's one thing I want from everyone, I want us to be a do it again type of church. Oh, look at your neighbor and say, do it again. Look at your other way and say, you too, do it again. Because I know sometimes it gets hard, but when all else fails, can I tell you to do me a favor? Do it again. Do it again. You see, I want you to understand something today. Your consistency separates you from the winners and the wannabes. And can I tell you, your diligence makes all the difference from the all-time greats to the one-hit wonders. Oh, this is just the beginning, because I want you to understand this race isn't given to the swift and to the strong. It's actually given to the one that endures to the end. So I want you to do me a favor today. Pick yourself up off the ground. Shake your past off. Shake it off. Put one foot in front of the other. And I'm going to tell you, do it again. Do it again. You see, because you're going to start hearing a voice come into your head, and it's going to begin to start saying things like, you can't do it, you're not smart enough, you're not pretty enough, you don't got it together, why would you even do this? I can't believe you even tried. You see, I don't want you to listen to that voice. I want you to grab hold of another voice that comes in and says, hey, listen, I want to remind you that the same power, the same strength, the same spirit that rose Jesus from a borrowed grave now lives inside of you. Let me tell you, it's alive, it's active, and it's inside of you. You say, so what that does is it helps you draw a line. It helps you take a stand. It doesn't let you sit down in your weariness and your pain, and you're going to look at yourself and you're going to say, I've been here before, and this battle is not my own, it's the Lord's. And let me tell you this, if I have not done it before, He'll do it again. When all else fails, He'll do it again. When you feel like you're weak, He'll do it again. It's inside of us. And see, this is the thing. Jesus, He's the same yesterday, today, and forever. And in His name, you're unstoppable. You're unstoppable. Can I tell you something? Can I tell you? Receiving this promise is going to take endurance. It's going to take a hand that says, I'm not going to stop. And I know that it's hard. And to keep going when it doesn't seem like you can. But remember this. When you're at the end of yourself, you're actually at the beginning of His. Oh, let me say that again. When you feel like you can't do it, remember, when you're at the end of yourself, you're at the beginning of His. So I want to tell you, fix your focus, awake your courage, get strengthened by the power and grace of God. Because let me tell you, if you feel like that wall won't fall, take another lap. If you feel like that giant won't fall, sing that again. Because I know if my God has done it before, He'll do it again today. So this is the thing. Listen. Because this word is good. I need you to do me a favor. I need you to just release all the excuses. Know that you're being transformed by the renewing of your mind. You see, because what I love the most about Jesus is that I'm going to take up my cross and follow the one who never stopped short, who never surrendered, who said He'd never leave me or forsake me, because Jesus is with me always to the very end of this age. And He came and conquered and died and rose again so that you can breathe again, so that you can trust again, so that you can hope again, so that you can expect again, so that you can change again, so that you can rise again, so that you can rejoice again, so that you can praise again, so that you can worship again. You see, this is the thing. You're unstoppable. When Christ is with you, you're unstoppable. And Christ came and He says, right here, right now, in the name of Jesus, you will live again. Come on, give Him love, give Him praise, right here, right now, come on.
Nothing shall be impossible. Your kingdom reigns unstoppable. We'll shout your praise forevermore. Jesus, our God, unstoppable. Nothing shall be impossible. Your kingdom reigns unstoppable. We'll shout your praise